Payroll fraud is infecting our industry, stealing from honest contractors and depriving UBC members from work. We have to stop this crime if we want our contractors to survive. Fighting payroll fraud is critical if we want to achieve our goal of 70% market share. Dishonest contractors are stealing. They defraud Social Security taxes, workers' compensation, and other employee protections and benefits. They exploit their workers and misclassify them for profit and stealing our market share out from under us. Honest contractors can't compete against criminals. Cheating contractors can underbid their labor costs by 30 to 40%.
We're only marking jobs up 10%, 15%. So in many cases, we're left at zero profited.
What's worse, payroll fraud is growing. It steals tax money from the state, provincial, and federal governments. Without the government funds to build public works projects, we lose our work hours and it erodes our union market share. But the UBC is building strong in its war against payroll fraud. Our strategy? Education, legislation, and enforcement. The UBC has an information website at payrollfraud.net on the corrosive effects of payroll fraud. Our union representatives are going out and talking to contractors and construction users. The UBC is building strong with action kits for affiliates that will include videos and brochures to get the word out. Our aggressive political action is showing solid results. 107 tougher laws in 38 states promoted by UBC affiliates were passed that increase funding for law enforcement. On the federal level, we are working to strengthen enforcement laws on the books. Tennessee passed a tougher law on workers' compensation premium fraud. Due to that law, a cheating contractor had to pay a $300,000 fine, the largest single workers' compensation fine in Tennessee history. To make law enforcement agencies aware of cheating contractors, the UBC is deploying its resource management program.
When it comes to worker exploitation and payroll fraud, it allows us to track those contractors that are the worst players in the industry.
Take the case of Steve Nagy and SNS Assemblies.
The Stephen Nagy case first came to my attention because some of my staff in Oregon were complaining about it. And they were hearing from contractors, both union and non-union contractors couldn't compete.
Steve Nagy was stealing millions of dollars through tax avoidance and rigging the bidding process at every turn. But justice finally caught up with him.
So Steve Nagy and SNS Drywalls, the corporation, were prosecuted in state court for antitrust violations, racketeering, tax evasion.
Today, Nagy is sitting in federal prison.
The result of him being in prison simply wouldn't have happened if we didn't have that sort of evidence, and that evidence derived from our association with the Carpenters Union.
We are beginning to push back against payroll fraud. But to win, we have to join forces with our contractors, government, law enforcement, and other stakeholders in the battle. Honest contractors will be more profitable, and the UBC will be well positioned to achieve our goal of 70% market share. By stopping payroll fraud, the UBC is building strong, leading the way.